At one point, Jesus finally reveals to his disciples what the future holds in store for him. And he says, we've been having this great ride together, wandering from village to village, spreading the good news. But what's upcoming here is, says, he would suffer at the hands of the leaders and the leading priests and the teachers of religious law. He would be killed and he would be raised on the third day. So he tells them exactly what the future holds for him. And at this point, Peter took him aside and corrected him. Heaven forbid, Lord, he said. This will never happen to you. I, Peter, I'm not going to let this happen to you, Lord. He loves Jesus. He doesn't want this drama to unfold as Jesus has told him it will, where these religious authorities are going to execute him. Jesus also mentioned, yes, then I'll be raised on the third day. It's going to be some bad news, then some very wonderful news. But Peter says, forget all of that. That's not going to happen if I have anything to say about it. And then Jesus turns to Peter and says, get behind me, Satan. You are a dangerous trap to me. You are seeing things merely from a human point of view and not from God's point of view. He's a dangerous trap because he's so trapped in this literal world and seeing things strictly through these human eyes rather than through God's eyes, what Jesus calls God's eyes, or seeing things through the eyes of the source and seeing things through the eyes of the shaman, seeing the imaginal depth of this drama that's taking place here on the surface of the material world. Jesus knows there's a story that he's walking through, a script. And Peter says, no, we're not going to let that script play out. And if Jesus were to allow Peter or anyone else in that literal world to prevent the script from playing out, Jesus would be failing in his mission of being an agent of divine will, a character in this imaginal drama scripted by the source. So Peter can't appreciation versus just seeing through literal eyes. You can appreciate the big picture when you're seeing, appreciating, experiencing through shaman eyes, not just these literal human eyes. By being this literal trap, this dangerous trap, as Jesus called Peter, you will be sabotaging this happy ending that would glorify the source, would allow the source to demonstrate the miraculous glory that was, in this case, the resurrection. But we have, as shamans, we have all our individual dramas that in our own individual unique ways glorify the source. So again, we have to recognize these literal elements out there in the world that might be dangerous traps for us, that will try to prevent us from playing out our own imaginal drama. Peter was a man with a big heart. Yes, he was worried about this picture that Jesus had just presented him, worried about this future, and he let his worry take over. So what is it they say? The road to hell is paved with good intentions. Peter had good intentions. He wanted to protect his teacher and his leader, his companion whom he loved. He was a good man, but he didn't have the big picture.